Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we dig through the financial mud to find the gold. By the way, our latest M&T Bank Corporation filing might just reveal a little something about their plans for a new kind of preferred stock. And trust me, it could be more interesting than you think. Before we dive in, if you love getting these super clear breakdowns of complex financial reports, make sure you are subscribed. And hey, we are building a fantastic community over on Discord with the link in the description below. Alright, so today we are breaking down a Form 8K filing from M&T Bank Corporation. Now, an 8K is basically a report for important company events that shareholders need to know about right away. It is like the company's way of saying, hey, listen up, something new is happening. And this time M&T is dropping some news about an investor presentation they posted. M&T Bank Corporation is a pretty well-established bank, operating mostly on the east coast of the United States. They are known for their community banking approach, but they have also been growing through acquisitions. Think of them as a solid traditional bank that is also trying to keep up with the times, perhaps making moves to secure future funding or signal their financial health to the market. Now, the real juicy part, and it is sprinkled throughout this document, is the mention of different types of preferred stock. We are seeing Series H, Series J, and even common stock. Preferred stock is kind of like a special kind of share that companies can issue. It is different from common stock, the kind most people think of when they buy shares. Preferred stock often pays a fixed dividend, like a steady income, and it usually does not come with voting rights. It is a way for companies to raise money without diluting the ownership power of their common shareholders too much. What is particularly interesting here are these perpetual fixed to floating rate non-cumulative preferred stock Series J member. And similar entries, perpetual means the company does not have to pay it back on a specific date, ever. Fixed to floating means the dividend rate might start out fixed, like a set interest rate, but then can change later. Usually based on market interest rates, non-cumulative means if the company misses a dividend payment, it does not have to make it up later. These details are crucial because they tell us how M&T is structuring its financing. They are signaling they might be looking to lock in certain rates now, or perhaps position themselves for future interest rate environments. The mention of common stock member alongside these preferred stock series reminds us that M&T is a publicly traded company with regular stock that you can buy and sell, and these preferred shares are another layer of their capital structure. This filing is essentially an announcement that they have updated some investor materials, and within those materials, these financial instruments are being highlighted. It is a way to manage investor perception and communicate financial strategy. This investor presentation was posted on the 28th of October 2025, which is the date guiding this report. It is a very specific day they chose to put this information out there. It suggests they might be making a specific point or responding to market conditions at that exact moment. And here is the key takeaway from what they are calling Regulation FD disclosure. Basically, this means they are giving this information to everyone at the same time to avoid giving any one investor an unfair advantage. They posted an investor presentation and are letting everyone know where to find it. This includes mentioning that they might use this presentation when talking with investors and analysts. It is all about transparency, or at least the appearance of it, in the financial world. The attached Exhibit 99.1, the M&T Bank Corporation presentation from the 28th of October 2025 is where all the nitty-gritty details would likely be. While we do not have the full presentation itself in this document, the filing tells us it exists and where it is located. This is where they would typically lay out their financials, their strategic outlook, and explain these types of financial instruments. And then there is Exhibit 104, the cover page interactive data file. This is part of the new way companies have to file documents, making them more digital and easier for computers to read and analyze. It is about making financial data more accessible and standardized. Now, let's step back and look at what this filing tells us. M&T Bank Corporation is actively engaging with investors. The focus on perpetual preferred stock, especially those with floating rates, suggests a strategic move to manage their cost of capital in a potentially changing interest rate environment. They are not just passively existing, they are actively managing their balance sheet. And these preferred stock issuances are key tools in that process. It signals a proactive approach to fundraising and financial architecture. They are likely trying to balance attracting capital with maintaining financial flexibility. When we look at the preferred stock types mentioned, perpetual fixed to floating rate non, cumulative preferred stock Series H member and Series J member indicate a sophisticated approach. They are diversifying their funding sources and potentially hedging against future interest rate hikes by having some floating rate instruments. This could be a smart move if they anticipate rates going up. as it would allow their dividend payments to adjust downward with market rates, thus reducing their overall interest expense. However, perpetual stock also means the company is not obligated to buy back this stock. So, while it provides capital now, it is a long-term commitment on the company's books. Also, cumulative dividends mean that in tough times, M&T could skip payments without penalty, which is good for the bank's immediate cash flow, but carries implications for preferred shareholders who rely on that steady income. My take on this is M&T is playing the long game. They are not just reporting past results, but are strategically communicating their future financing plans through these investor presentations. They are likely trying to attract long-term investors who understand the nuances of preferred stock. The mention of these specific series suggests they have already issued or are planning to issue these types of securities. And they want investors to be aware and perhaps even interested. It shows a level of financial engineering that is pretty standard at large banks, but it is always worth watching how they structure these deals. It is all about managing risk and optimizing their capital structure. The fact that they are filing this information and pointing to an investor presentation indicates a desire to be proactive and articulate their strategy clearly. Alright, that is our breakdown of M&T Bank Corporation's latest filing. What is your take on these financial moves and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching, see you next time.